Meadery is kind of has dual meaning. My husband and I are the eternal optimists, as any business owner ought to admit, so every day is a brand new day. But also it's an amalgamation of our last names. My last name is Agnew, and his last name is Canada. We have two separate locations. Our tasting room is here in Fountain Square at 1102 Prospect Street. And then our production facility is in a separate location about an hour north of here where we began in 2006. We're in the process of moving that location to the city. But we are one of the few wineries that has a tasting room. Our only tasting room is separate from our production facility. We are technically selling mead and hard cider, but we're really creating community with your business, and that's very much at the kind of the core of our business model. You know, people often ask, you know, what's mead, what's hard cider, how does it differ from wine or beer? Cider, first of all, is its own alcoholic category. According to the federal government, it has its own tax bracket. Cider is an alcoholic beverage produced from apples. Is strictly the source of the fermentable sugars that create alcohol. That's what cider is. You can add and augment to it like we do. But then mead is simply a term for honey wine. So instead of having, traditionally wine is made from grapes, which provide the base fermentable sugar source. In the case of mead, it is honey. In our case, we utilize the local honey in addition to other fruits. There's a couple different ways of making mead. We do what we call, and for lack of a better term, the same process as you would in traditional grape winemaking. Red wine in particular, everything is co-fermented, and anything that has fruit in it is fermented on skin, which is a technical term for when you're dealing with red wine. That's how red wine is getting their color. You can make white wines with red skin grapes, but it's then used for just the juice only. So we do everything on skin. We offer, of course, our primary products that we manufacture and sell here are hard cider and honey wines, all handcrafted, both in bottled still versions that you can see behind me, as well as versions on tap that are to my left, some carbonated styles as well. We also have a secondary line. We would like to carry our local food and handmade products. So I carry things like Domin's jams, local folks, mustards and ketchups. All of our beekeepers' honey products, they do come from Anderson, Indiana, so we are all the honey products, and a few other kind of retail specialties. We very much wanted to have a business that was a locally owned based business that also could show that you can bring in other local businesses, be they ingredients for our manufacturing process or items that we retail, ensuring that you could have a successful business model in that regard. Pretty much my entire draft line, I call it the peacemaker, because my beer drinkers like it, my wine drinkers like it, my cider drinkers like it. People who aren't maybe that into alcohol find especially the Washington's Folly, I'd even say the South Side, even though it's a cider, extremely approachable. The Free Thinker is a blueberry-based one, very approachable, and we've done that on purpose. We want to really kind of show people that maybe where mead isn't just a one-trick pony and there's something out there for you. Within a 2-block radius, we have 10 lovely restaurants. We have Duckman Bowling. We have a cabaret and vaudeville house, the White Rabbit. We have Radio Radio's concerts. We have art shows. We have IMOCA, the Modern Art Museum here. There is a lot to do in Fountain Square, and we're literally 5 minutes from downtown. So I encourage people to visit us, New Day, but also visit my colleagues here in Fountain Square.